Welcome back to HistoriEnglish. Have you ever felt that you are the best at something? Maybe you think you are the smartest, the richest, or the most kind person in the world. In ancient India, there was a king named Vikram. He was famous because he gave food and gold to everyone. He believed that no one was more kind than him. He was proud of his heart. But one day, a hungry stranger walked into his palace. He did not want gold. He did not want jewels. He wanted something that the king could not give. That day, the king learned a lesson that changed his life forever. Today, we will learn that lesson together. This story is written in very easy English to help you practice your listening. Please sit back, breathe slowly, and listen to the story of the king and the stranger. A long time ago, in the beautiful land of India, there was a kingdom called Vidarbha. The king of this land was Vikram. King Vikram was a good man. Every morning, he sat outside his palace. He gave coins to the poor. He gave silk clothes to the old. He gave food to the hungry. Everyone in the city said, "Our king is the most generous man on earth." The king loved to hear this. He started to think, yes, I am the best. No one can give as much as I do. I am the master of kindness. This thought made him proud. And pride is like a cloud. It stops you from seeing the sun. One afternoon, the sun was very hot. The king was resting in his garden. Suddenly, a man entered the gate. He was a stranger. His clothes were dirty and torn. He had no shoes. His face was thin, and his eyes looked very tired. He looked like he had not eaten for many weeks. The stranger walked slowly toward the king. He did not bow down. He just stood there and looked into the king's eyes. The king smiled. He thought, "Another poor man. I will give him a bag of gold and feel proud again." The king said, "Welcome, traveler. You look hungry. Do you want gold? Do you want a house? Tell me what you need, and I will give it to you. I am King Vikram, and I never say no to anyone." The stranger did not look excited. He spoke in a very low, calm voice. "Oh, great king," the stranger said, "I am indeed very hungry, but I do not want your gold. Gold cannot fill a stomach. I want you to give me a meal, but there is a condition." The king laughed. "A condition? I have the best chefs in India. They can cook anything for you. Tell me your condition." The stranger looked at the king's golden crown. He said, "I will eat your food only if you can give me a meal that does not come from your pride. I want a meal that is given with true love, not because you want to feel great." The king was confused. "Everything I give is from my heart. Sit down. I will bring you the best food." The king ordered his servants to bring a huge silver plate. There was rice, bread, fruits, and sweetmeats. It smelled wonderful. The king stood there, waiting for the stranger to say thank you. The stranger looked at the food. He took one small piece of bread. He put it in his mouth. Suddenly, he coughed and spat it out. "I cannot eat this, king," the stranger said. "This food tastes like ego." It tastes like you are showing off your wealth. This is not what I asked for." The king was angry now. "How dare you? This is the best food in the kingdom." The stranger stood up. "You are giving me food because you want to be called the great giver. You are not giving because you care about my hunger. You are giving to feed your own name." The king could not sleep that night. He realized the stranger was right. He always gave money because he loved the feeling of being powerful. The next morning, the king took off his crown. He put on simple clothes. He took a small bowl of simple rice. He went to the stranger, who was sitting under a tree. "Here," the king said, "I made this rice myself. I am not a king today. I am just a man giving food to another man." The stranger took a bite. He smiled, but then he stopped. "It is better, King Vikram. But you are still thinking, 'Look at me. I am a king being humble.' Your heart is still watching yourself in a mirror." The king was heartbroken. He left the palace. He walked into the forest. He stayed there for 3 days without food. He saw a small bird feeding its baby. The bird did not want a name. The bird did not want a prize. It just gave because it loved. The king understood. He found a poor old woman in the forest. She was very hungry. The king had one small apple. Without thinking about his name, without thinking about his kingdom, he gave the apple to the woman. He felt a strange peace. He did not wait for her to say thank you. He just walked away. The king returned to the stranger. He had no food in his hands. He just sat beside the stranger. "I have nothing to give you today," the king said. "I gave my last fruit to an old woman. I have no gold, no crown, and no pride left. I am just a human being." The stranger started to glow with a bright light. He was not a beggar. He was a great sage, a wise teacher. "Now you are ready," the sage said. "The most powerful thing you can give is not gold or food. It is yourself. When you give without you being in the middle, that is true kindness." The king bowed down. He was no longer the proud king. He was now the wise king. He returned to his palace, but he was a different man. He continued to give, but he did it silently. He did it because he loved his people, not because he loved his fame. This story teaches us a secret about success. Many people do good things because they want others to see them. They want likes, they want comments, and they want praise. But true greatness is silent. When you work hard, when you learn English, or when you help someone, do it for yourself and for love. Don't worry about the gold or the fame. Like King Vikram, when you lose your pride, you find your true power. Your silent partner is always watching. If your heart is clean, success will find you, even in the middle of a forest. Thank you for listening to this story on History English. If this story touched your heart, please share it with one friend who needs to hear this today.